short, small, when that's from Cali.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the inner harbor of Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Greg Olsen and Jason Myers has us set to get started. Off we go here in Baltimore. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. From the shotgun, he'll throw to get this one started. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point. Does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Shut up! Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes...
And he will score! DeAndre Hopkins! Touchdown, Ravens! And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Corey Horton now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Throwing to open it up is Darnold. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
There's to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down.
Back in the day, Mike, you know how they decided who played offense and who played defense? The guys who caught the ball better played offense, and the guys who couldn't play defense. And now that's obviously not the case anymore. But this is one of those that still gives defensive players a bad rap.
Taken in right side by Barner. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuffed him on 4th down.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
A 1st down throw for Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Off the play fake, Jackson. That is brought in at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Jay Flowers. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
Now another shot here at the PAT. A little bit easier following the penalty, and the kick is good. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw in the pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Darnold to throw on 2nd down. Into the hands of his tight end, Barner. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Seattle.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. That's going to be incomplete. And they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Darnold to the air once more. There's a short one taken in by Barner. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Seahawks football beginning this 2nd quarter. They've got it 3rd and 9 to begin. Darnold to throw again. Got it with Smith in Jigba. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. He'll look forward to short gain to the 25. That's John Jenkins, the big defensive tackle, swallowing him up.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Draymond Jones able to bring him down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try and run it with Walker. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass, so they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one? Here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. Right back to Andrews. He's got another one. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
17 more yards. Oh, that's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, report.
To the air one more time with Jackson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Again, it's Jackson. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson up top again. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Now Jackson on 4th down. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. And he's going to have the Ravens 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So often, Mike, defenders are just happy the ball ends up in his hands, but not this guy. I mean, the catch was one thing, but then the party really got started. I mean, look at this return. He gets one block. He gets another. He's got teammates springing him all over the field, and this offense is lucky. This didn't go all the way back for a pick 6.
They'll run the toss with Walker. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in the opening half. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's deep for the back of the end zone. Good coverage there in the end zone, and is incomplete. Terrific work. He separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. In motion is Barner. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. Darnold. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. This one complete downfield to Walker. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. 11 yards on the pass there. 1st down, Seattle.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Throwing, Darnold. A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
But unfortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out, or it certainly needs to be protected.
Open left side is Barner. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Not fun here. 3rd and a lot.
Here we go, set.
Now Darnold. Big strides. Look at him go. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. A pickup of 44 yards.
1st and goal, Seattle.
Walker. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself 1st and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown.
That one taken in. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seattle.
Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now we'll get a 2-point try here. Darnold has the offense lined up.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful.
Jason Myers picking it off for Seattle.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20 will mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Jackson now. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this third quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10. Now it's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. He's got him. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. Off the play fake. Jackson. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Ravens. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point is up and through. And the Ravens extend it to a 21-6 advantage. After the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. He's going to let that to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Darnold. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt a pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Darnold to throw. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
Here we go, set.
Darnold now to throw. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Darnold to throw again. He'll get this complete to Walker. Yeah. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
To throw again is Darnold. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. A.J. Barner. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
And that is incomplete. Well done by the defense. And this is going to stay a two-possession game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll force him out of bounds right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll get about 4 to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Now Seattle will use the final timeout. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. The shotgun, here's Jackson. Going up top and looking for Flowers. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance both run and pass. I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Now a pitch to Walker. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On first and 10, Jackson. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And, Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Darnold to throw on first down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hey, out.
Here's Jackson. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Second down, Jackson. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. On is Luke to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens will add one more onto their big lead.
Seahawks 12. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
To throw on first down is Darnold. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick six.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance. This pick six here in the fourth quarter ends what has been a total runaway.
The extra point is good, and the Ravens stretch things out even further.
Seahawks go.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Darnold down on first and 10. Oh, he puts another ball up for grabs, and this one's also intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
Darnold's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Return.
From the gun, Jackson. And it's left side and caught by Flower. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. First done by Sid Luckman with the Bears in 1943. And then Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company. The extra point is good. And the Ravens add on to their already sizable lead. Just 1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. On the return, here comes Horton. And he'll be out of bounds, zeros on the clock, and that is how this one will come to an end. So it's a win here for the Ravens. And they made it look easy. Their offense playing at about as high a level as they can play. Defense wasn't too shabby either. And they're able to get the victory here by a rout in grand style. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious as we say so long from Baltimore.